Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 3, Episode 138. This is NXT Rage. Cohen's not with us tonight, but we are in front of 7,000 people in Wyoming at the Casper Event Center. Let's waste no time and get straight into the action. Tom Phillips says, welcome to NXT. We have a great show tonight with the Authors of Pain defending their tag team championships against Sabatelli and Moss. Yes, that's right. One of the only teams they've yet to face in NXT, and they are so confident, the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor, that they're putting the championships on the line out the gate. Nigel then follows up with, but that's not all. We found out earlier in the evening that Io Shirai will be cashing in her rematch clause against Ruby Riott at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia and will be here next week. Io Shirai, that is. And also tonight, we're going to have a rematch between Lio Rush and Will Ospreay since The Dream got involved last week. Tom Phillips says all this and much, much more, but first, NXT Heavyweight Tag Team action as the Authors of Pain defend their NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships against Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. 78B here, no skill improvements, but haven't seen these three gentlemen in a while, and it's good to get on this. It's actually kind of funny, the pictures, they go small, medium, large, kind of like a cell phone bar right there. I don't know why I saw that. Anyways, 78B. All right, and in an extremely short match, the Authors of Pain, of course, defeat Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss in 4:46 when Akam defeats Riddick Moss, with Akam hitting the Super Collider, making defense number 33 of their tag team championships. 48 and 45 for Moss and Sabatelli, not bad. AOP, Jesus. 96, 93, Razor and Akam, just absolutely ridiculous ratings here. I'm going to snapshot this. Just absolutely ridiculous ratings here. No skill improvements. 73 B- for the Authors of Pain. Speaking of the Authors of Pain, with the successful defense of their NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships tonight, William Regal gave us notice and notes to make it official. Should AOP retain tonight, because in just 2 weeks at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, the Authors of Pain will take on the upstart Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan for the NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. So the undefeated unopposed storyline has advanced. 84 B+. Alright, next up, the camera shows William Regal in the back in the monitor with Drew McIntyre, your NXT Heavyweight Champion. William Regal says that next week on Rage, we will determine who will face Drew at Philadelphia. Next week, we will have a main event of Aleister Black taking on Lars Sullivan, taking on Bobby Roode, taking on Hideo Itami. The winner taking on Drew at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia in just 2 short weeks. So this is going to be a pretty cool main event with Black, Roode, Sullivan, and Itami. I'm anxious to see how this one comes out. Black is getting better of his gimmick. Regal came across good. Drew came across well. Sullivan is still green, so he's underperforming. But at 84 B+ here, and will be Black, Roode, Sullivan, or Itami that will be taking on McIntyre in Philly in just 2 weeks. 84 B+. Alright, next up in a decent match, Will Ospreay now gets revenge on Lio Rush, defeating him in 13 minutes with a 630 splash, following by botched enter finish by the Velveteen Dream. Alright, Lio Rush has debuted his millennial gimmick. It's got a below average rating. Ospreay was off his game. Heel turn didn't go well. Look at who still remember his recent turn. We're not going to probably turn him here. Lio Rush with a 54, Ospreay with a 54, and we advance the experience storyline. What is that, you ask? Let me explain it to you. Alright, the bell sounds, and the camera shows the Velveteen Dream on the outside after being hit by Will Ospreay. Lio Rush is holding his head after being hit by the Dream and begins to celebrate in the corner. Upon hopping down, Kona Reeves, the finest, one of the newest members of the NXT roster, has somehow quickly made his way down the ramp and into the ring, and upon turning around, Will Ospreay is hit with the Kona driver, square in the middle of the ring by Kona Reeves. The camera focuses on Lio Rush and the Velveteen Dream, who look at Kona, who helps them both up, and then meets and shakes the Dream's hand in the center of the ring. Reeves grabs Rush and Dream's hand and raises them all three together. The Dream nods, loving what's happening and beginning to scream as loud as he can. What an experience they experience. The three leave the ring, Will Ospreay down and out. A new alliance has been formed between the three millennial-type wrestlers, Lio Rush, Kona Reeves, led by the Velveteen Dream. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the experience. So, yeah, again, we're going to have to mess with the Lio Rush stuff, get him to not turn. That was an accident. 67C+, though. Lio Rush, Velveteen Dream, and Kona Reeves. A newest stable here in NXT, known as The Experience. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you think the three pair well together. Obviously, Leo and Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark tagged in Maryland Championship Wrestling together for a while. But this will be a Velveteen Dream-led stable, with Kona and Leo probably being the one tagging up. But either way, I really do think it's a fun new stable with Leo Rush, Velveteen Dream, and Kona Reeves. I think all their characters could kind of fit. 67C+. All right, next up, in an extremely short match, Donovan Dijak Drew with Lars Sullivan when the match descended into chaos after Drew McIntyre attacked Lars Sullivan. 70 for Sullivan, 22 for Dijak. We've advanced the Rage and the Reign Supreme storyline. Dijak is premium performance and Lars in technical, 47D. But really, it was about Drew McIntyre attacking Lars Sullivan. We next get a video graphic of our main event, which will feature Bobby Roode taking on the grizzled turned heel veteran Cassius Ohno, 86B+. Next up, we see Bayley walking down the ramp and towards the ring. Bayley will take on Sasha Banks in just 2 weeks at TakeOver Philadelphia one last time, but before that, she has a match coming up next, 66B+. And in about that, a superb wrestling and a decent reaction, Bayley defeated Peyton Royce with the Bayley to Belly in 8 minutes. The match suffered from lack of psychology. 88 and 86 for Peyton Royce and Bayley. Obviously, this was a diva-based match to break it up. 72B, so they really took it easy, did a couple spots, got the crowd into the match. 72B, Bayley with the win. All right, next up, the camera finds the Velveteen Dream. Kona Reeves and Leo Rush backstage, a.k.a. The Experience, fully dressed now with their rolling bags, getting ready to leave the arena with Kathy running up to them to get a moment of their time. Kathy Kelly says, guys, do you have a second? The Experience all turn to Kathy, the Dream, stepping up, and he says, for you, Kathy, baby, always. Thanks, says Kathy. Why? Why what, girl? Asked the Velveteen Dream. Kathy Kelly looks at the trio. Why this? Why this? Says the Velveteen Dream. Why, excuse me. We are 3 like-minded, young, good-looking individuals. 3 men with similar goals and similar aspirations. We are the finest. We are the men of the hour. We are the Dream. We are the Experience. That's why. The Dream puts his glasses on and the trio walk away. So again, I'm very, very, very excited to see how the Velveteen Dream, Leo Rush, and Kona Reeves mesh together. I think this could be a very, very fun faction. And excuse me, this is a faction. This is not a stable. A faction because it's 3 wrestlers working together. If it was a stable, it'd be a manager leading. Like, obviously, the El Ring Dynasty is a stable because she leads 3 wrestlers. This is a faction because they formed an alliance. 68C+. We next get a video package, very umberly, of Tommaso Ciampa's last few months. House NXT being split up. And again, all this started before... Well, the save started before the DIY stuff. So Ciampa had not turned heel on our save until very recently. Turning on Sami Zayn at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2. And now the camera's showing Ciampa looking lost. We have no idea what to expect. He could go in any direction. And he is the single greatest X Factor in NXT. 87B+, Ciampa just looking fucking nuts. Excuse my language. 87B+. And next, we get a recap of Drew McIntyre, the NXT Heavyweight Champion, getting a non-finish for the Lars Sullivan match earlier in the evening. Lars, per William Regal, will be a part of the Fatal 4-Way next week, the winner facing Drew McIntyre for his championship at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And if you know, if he didn't have any motive before, he sure does now. So, no skill improvements, 76B-, Drew McIntyre and Lars Sullivan heading on a collision course should Lars win to face off at Philadelphia. But in our main event, Bobby Roode defeats Cassius Ohno in 16-21 with the payoff. 71 for Roode, 57 for Cassius Ohno. I bet you we're declining. Yeah, they're both getting declining physical ability there. So 72B- probably would have been at 80 the first year in the save. But that's all right, 72B-. And to end the show, as Bobby Roode is declared the victor and raises his hand in the ring before going outside the ring and celebrating with the fans, the video feed again cuts to the back, showing a back of a man who'd been watching Bobby Roode, who's never taken his eyes off of Bobby Roode. Who is this man, and what does he want with the glorious one, Bobby Roode? 83B+. All right, we got a 77B here. We got an 83 for Resistance. Only a 77 for B for Rage tonight. So a little bit down if you're comparing, but that's all right. This was a lot of workers who aren't nearly as over, and not near. Everyone's over now, but they're not. My tippy top main eventers working here. So either way, this was Season 3, Episode 138 of NXT The Game. This was NXT Rage. Thanks for watching, everyone. The next time you see us, we'll be back with Resistance, and it will be the start of the North American Championship Tournament. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a glorious rest of your day.